Hey there, fools! Big T here, and I'm back with another video, and this is my video review of VASARA Collection for the Nintendo Switch. And just so you guys know, I did receive a review copy from the company themselves, Q-Byte Interactive. I think that's how you pronounce it. But just because I received a review copy doesn't mean I'm not going to be honest about my review. I'm sure you guys expect me to do that, and that's just how I am. I've been wanting to do this review for, forever, but just time didn't permit. So here is my review. So let's get into it. I don't usually start reviews talking about the music, but it's one of the things that I really liked about this game. Definitely took me back to that old school, 90s era of kind of, charging rock tunes or whatever on those old consoles and old systems. To me, music is pretty important, especially when it comes to an arcade style game like this, a run and gun kind of shooter type of game. Obviously, this is a Japanese shoot 'em up. Speaking of this being a Japanese shoot 'em up, it is very adequate at doing that. It is tough as nails, and you're gonna die a lot. This is not the game for the faint of heart or the faint of gameplay. It's pretty tough, but it's very cool. So just for a little background on the game, VASARA Collection contains VASARA 1 and 2. These are old school shoot 'em ups, Japanese style, aka shmups. These were only released on Japanese arcades, I believe. I actually have the first VASARA game on a MAME emulator. I did get to play it, so I actually do have some experience with this game, at least one of the games in this series. So like I said, you're getting VASARA 1 and 2, as well as a timeless version of the game. It's kind of a strange name. Basically, it's a more modern take on the shooter. That's probably one you're going to play the most because it's the most, I should say, user-friendly, especially if you're not a big shoot-'em-up fan. It's the easiest way to get into it. That mode actually offers, I believe, a 4-player co-op, which probably makes the game a little easier. I wasn't able to play it that way. I was only able to play 1 player with that version. I'm not a huge fan of the visual style of it because I do kind of prefer the more pixel, like 16-bit era kind of visuals to the game. This is a easier version of the game. It also has a leaderboard setup so you can see your top score and whatnot and compare yourself to other people playing the game. There's not a whole lot of people playing it right now. Since the last time I checked, there's probably more, but like I said, this is a niche kind of shoot 'em up type of game, and it's not going to do anything to draw or to bring more people into it. If you're not already a shoot 'em up fan, this is not a game that's going to bring you in. Like I said, it is a very hardcore game. It's very challenging, and it's about trial and error. You're gonna die a lot. You learn from your deaths, basically. So that's kind of how these games work. So you have your 3 attacks. I believe like you have a standard attack. You have like this melee attack that helps you, especially when there's a lot of not debris, but like enemy fire on the screen. You're able to basically combat that. And there's the VASARA attack, which is basically a super powered up attack. You get 3 per life, I believe. You're able to take out most of the screen, and if you're battling if you're battling a boss at the end of the screen, you'll be able to like really bring down his HP. So it's a pretty cool attack for certain instances. The game does allow you to have infinite continues, basically, because it's a coin op game. It's based on the arcade game, so you can just add more quarters, if you will, to the game so you can keep playing it. It's very much like a lot of other like compilation games that from yesteryear, arcade games that allow you to just add more coins to your credits or whatever, and you can continue to go on. It's an easy way to get through the game by doing that. If you're not interested in like really learning the mechanics, you can just die and die and die and die and keep continuing on. That's not really a fun way to play the game. I wouldn't do it that way. I would try to learn the patterns of your enemies, be prepared for certain enemies that's going to show up on the screen at a certain time, and I think you'll get way more out of it. Certain enemies that's going to show up on the screen at a certain time, and I think you'll get way more out of it. People who aren't used to these types of games, to be able to go through and complete them, if you do it that way. I don't believe the timeless mode allows you to do it that way. I think you only get 3 lives and you're done. The game, I believe, is around $10. I think they had some kind of sale going on for where you can get the game for basically half, which is great. I think they had some kind of sale going on for where you can get the game for basically half, which is great. If you're not into this kind of game, this isn't the game that's gonna bring you into this genre at all. This is a very much a standard core, hardcore shoot 'em up game, and it's made for those fans and knows what it is. It's not trying to be anything different. So keep that in mind. You'll have fun if you're a fan of the genre. There's one problem I have with the game. I don't know, again, if this is a user error because I haven't played shmups in quite some time. Maybe I'm just not, back in. You kind of develop a pattern. You kind of develop a feel for these games when you play them for a while and a long time. And then when you stop, you maybe just kind of lose that a little bit. So this can be on me, but I feel like the controls aren't as quick and fluid as I would like. It feels like your ship doesn't move as fast as you would like it to at times. Again, I don't know if it's just me being out of practice with shoot 'em ups. It is a genre that I used to play a lot, probably in the 90s, early 2000s, and I haven't played as much lately. This game is kind of getting me back into it, so that's cool. So if I was to give it a score, I would probably give it an 8 out of 10. Very solid. Yeah, so that's it from my review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I want to thank Qbyte Interactive for, sending me a review copy. It's pretty cool. I don't get to do this a whole lot. My channel is really small, so it's really cool to be able to get review copies and talk, check out games and talk about them. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll do this more because I do get a decent amount of requests, from companies to do a review. They give me, I just don't pay that much attention to my inbox on my Google. I should do that more on my Gmail. So I'm going to do that more often if you guys care to see me do this more often. So let me know in the comments below. And thank you guys for watching and listening. And see you fools next time. Peace out.